Hi everyone, I'm Zahara Rasheeda. I have created some practical questions of web programming and database management. So today I'm going to explain you the 11th question of database. I have explained you the other 10 questions in my previous videos. If you haven't watched the previous lessons, I kindly request you to watch my previous videos. Otherwise, it's hard for you to understand without the basic knowledge. Okay, now let's go to the 11th question. Bill books record the day-to-day business of the Next mobile store. Because of this, the shop owner has to calculate the daily income and expenses at the end of the day. This action made him very uncomfortable. The shop owner decides to use a computer software to make this task easier. The shop owner has requested the creation of a computer software to a software development company called Zahara Soft. To create the computer software for this purpose, you are a senior software engineer in this company. You and your team are asked with developing the software database, and the software must have these requirements. So they have told there is a store called Next Mobile. So the shop owner calculates the income and expenses daily at the end of the day. So this is very stressful for him. So he have planned to use a computer software and to make the task easier. So the computer software is developed by the Zahara Soft, and we have to imagine that you are the senior software engineer in this company. So you and your team have to develop the software database. So these are the requirements. So the first point, create a database called Next Mobile DB. Customer should be able to register. The store employs 5 people. All employees should be able to use this software. So there are 5 employers in the store, and all the employers should be able to use the software. And the fourth point is, must be able to register suppliers. So that means we should be able to register the suppliers in the database. And the fifth point is, should be able to review billing details provided by the suppliers. So we should be able to review the billing details which is provided by the suppliers. And the sixth question, must be able to review details of the bills issued. So that means we should be able to review the details of the bill which is issued. And the seventh point, must be able to include details of the items sold in the store. That means we should be able to include the details of the items which are already sold. So now let's see the 11th question. Create the user table needed to enroll employees in this software. Do this by following the instructions below. That means you should create the table, which the table name is user, and these are the column names and the data types. So for this, I will use the graphical user interface tool which is called MySQL Workbench. To create a new model, I will go to File and I will choose the option New Model. I will rename the database as Next Mobile DB. I will click Rename Reference. You can see our database is created. Now when I double click the Add diagram, so this is the interface which I can create a diagram. So this is the interface of which I can create an ER diagram. As the 11th question, I have to create a table which is named as user. To create a table, I will click this icon. I will double click this so that you can edit the table. I will give the table name as user. And our first column is the user ID. So I have to add a primary key and I have to give the option auto increment. So from this, when I tick this, I can add the primary key. For the auto increment, I have to tick this box. And our second column is the username. The data type should be varchar and the length should be 50. And the third column is the password. The user type, the data type should be double and the length should be 45. The last column is the status. The data type should be varchar and the length should be 1. Okay, you can see our table is created. So that means our 11th question is complete. So the other options will be completed in my other videos as the 12, 13 questions. Hope you understood everything. If you are interested in the lesson, drop a like and feel free to drop your comment in the comment box. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you. Have a nice day.